All right, we are live. Hello, hello, everyone. Tracy Noriega here, paying it forward to you here on Power to the Peeps. Peeps is positive, extraordinary, everyday people stories. And I am here with Shifra Baltinester, and she's actually our second guest. Does that make sense? Meaning she's the first guest that's appeared twice on our show. So
Oh, I
completely,
feel like a star.
I know, huh? Thank you. Welcome back, Shifra. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Well, and I thank you for coming back. The first time was with Grandpa's Stories, and that was a totally different format. I've learned my lesson about editing. We're just going to go live and do it like, real people do, having chats here, on the laptop. So yeah, I have Shifra back because she is back in action. She's an advocate for elderly loneliness. That's what Social Bridge was founded to eliminate, eradicate senior loneliness. And she had started this all before the pandemic broke out, knowing that seniors were alienated from family a lot of times. The kids, the grown kids, the adult kids have their own families. A lot of times grow up and move to other cities, so they don't even live anywhere near them. And she was already trying to organize people to help out with groceries and make connections in the community. And since COVID's broken out, you've been on TV, knocking on doors, on your local news, like just making waves and saying we've got community here that's being forgotten, right?
Right.
You know,
Yes.
so here she is. She's announcing about. I'm going to let you talk about it since you do a much better job. They're doing in anticipation of Thanksgiving. It's a bread giving and campaign to raise awareness, but also to raise funds for the efforts that they do. And I'll let her take it from here about what you get when you make your donation to Social Bridge.
Thank you, Tracy, and thank you for having me again.
Yeah.
I'll come back as long as you not get bored of me, and, um, because I really love what you are doing, and I love the acronym of PEEPS. I never heard that before, so thank you for spelling it out.
Yeah, spelling it out. And you are definitely a positive,
Yeah.
extraordinary, everyday people with your story. So thank you. Thank you for coming back and doing what you do.
You're
So
welcome. And the kiss was blown to my daughter, just went to work. Um, bread giving, let's go to bread giving. Bread giving is a campaign that the goal for it is to give you the easy, simple, and yummy way to connect with elders in your neighborhood, in your community. The way it works is you donate $48 for the campaign. Well, usually it's $65. We did it $48 because it's Thanksgiving. So we're giving thanks to you, and we made it available for less amount of donation. And you will get a thank you box. And in the thank you box, you will find some surprises, two of which is bread that I'm making on my own in my home just for you. And the bread is one for you and one to give to the elder in your community. Each bread is made by my two loving hands and my and my heart. And really the idea is that when you bring something to someone, it's easier to start a conversation. The bigger goal is for people to sign for a monthly donation and get a monthly box so those relationships can be built, because we all know relationship is not an instant messaging. You need to invest time in relationship for it to become something, really something, not just, hey, I know their name. It to be more than that. And seniors right now need much more attention than they needed before. And, COVID just showed us how much they need that. So that's why we're doing it, and that's the goal is for you to start building the relationship with the seniors around you.
Mhm. So let's make that clear. It's two loaves of bread, and one is for the donor, if they should so choose. And I'll just let you know that it's not just a normal loaf of bread. Okay, I think you're kind of skirting over that fact.
Teach me, please.
Because I've donated myself and I received that bread, and I have to say, I was not bread giving kind of. How would you say mentality. I gave the other loaf as you instructed, but I actually ate the whole loaf myself, and Ruben never got any. It is super yummy. I think it needs to be pointed out that not only is it handmade bread by Shifra, it is challah bread, as us will say challah, but it's you will holla for the challah because it is super yummy, is super tasty, and you can tell it is made with tons of love and wholesome ingredients. But that's the other thing, is to bring that bread, just like breaking bread, to bring that to your neighbor, and to um, you know, to have that bread breaking experience with them. So are you advocating, like, is like, you know, should it be a neighbor? Like, how, when people are thinking about that, they're like, might be, okay. I mean, one, it could be somebody you already know. It doesn't have to be a complete stranger. It could
Yes,
be.
it could be. From the people that donate and gave bread before we started the campaign, they gave it to an older neighbor that
Mhm,
they know, or one even used that as an excuse to go visit her parents, which she didn't see for a while.
mhm,
So it's on different level. And yes, in my dream, when my dream will be fulfilled, we will know our older neighbors and we will break bread with them once every week, once every other week. But they will feel good enough to come and ask for help if they need. Their children will know that we are looking over to the parents, and it's almost like we will all take care of our own parents. We will
mhm,
create this circle of connection and taking care of the elders, because the elders are the foundation on which we stand.
mhm.
And right now the elders are very shaky because 1 out of 3 elder feel lonely.
Well, yeah. And
And
go ahead. I'm sorry.
And when they feel lonely, there's a lot of side effect to it, and they're
Mhm,
shaking. And we know any tower, if the tower is not stable, if the base is not stable, the tower is shaking. And that's where we are. We are
mhm,
shaking at the top. And our children are even, I don't know if it's a word, but even shakier, or
yeah,
shaking even more.
mhm.
In order to stable the whole nation and really come together as a nation, we need to start with the base, which is our seniors.
Yeah. Well, do you have any suggestions for, I mean, I know in our neighborhood we have a few elderly, I'll say hi to them, but, some of them will just scurry, you know, scurry right back into the house and whatnot. Like, so I'm always saying hello on the outside, but there isn't that, bang on the door thing. Do you have any suggestions about that to other people who may have that same situation in their neighborhood where, well, I know I've got elderly in my neighborhood, but they're, either just kind of blinders on, because some of them are so scared with the COVID too that they don't really want to interact with anybody,
Right.
and yet they're
So,
lonely.
yes. So I have one elder here that um, that really doesn't want connection with anyone. What I
Mm,
did is I knock on the door. I left the bread, and I knew he would not open.
Mm.
I left the bread in front of the door, and I basically left him a message that I left the bread there,
Mm.
or called him. I hear myself twice.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
Uh, maybe it's a point that I need to put through.
Yeah. Knock on that door.
Yeah. So basically, and you know, at the beginning, before I started with the bread, there was a neighbor in my neighborhood that I never spoke with before, but I knew where he lives. So I went, I knocked once, I knocked twice. Second time, I left a note because most of them will go out of the front door
Mhm.
once. I left a note, make sure it will not fly in the wind, saying, "My name is Shifra. I live few houses down the street." Um, and then one day, I saw him outside, so I came and I said, "Hi." Left you a message. Try to know. He said, "Yeah, I saw you," because they looked through the people.
The people, yeah.
I saw you. I can recognize by the hair because you know, Tracy, I'm short, so
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
see my face in the peephole, but you see some of the hair.
Mhm, mhm.
But you know, they see that you really mean to make the
Mm,
connection, and
yeah,
they will. And look, we all bruised, we all got hurt, we all have shield. They have much more than us.
yeah, sure.
And they're afraid to be hurt and take advantage of or whatever it is. So we need to understand that, and that's why we need more patience. And that's why I'm saying to bring someone, you know, when you move to a new neighborhood, if someone will come with plate of cookies
Yes.
and say, "Hi, my name is,"
Mhm,
it it feels good.
mhm.
You know, breaking bread together is an old way of bringing people together
Sure.
and break barriers. Um, a lot of great peace talk started over a meal.
Yeah, yeah, very true, yeah, and I can attest that, you will make friends with that challah bread. They will be coming back for more, so maybe that's a good way of, starting the campaign and getting people to, sign up for the thank you boxes. So is there a limited time? Because as you mentioned, this is a reduced
Donation.
rate donation, for people to get in and to have this experience for yourself. And if you are really, I guess, that generous, you could take the bread that was given to you and give it to someone else too. Obviously, I'm not that generous. But if you feel that way, you could. So how long is this campaign at this special
Is the special.
introductory, yeah, thank
Yeah.
you box offer? How long are we doing this for?
This campaign will run from November 9 until the 19th.
Okay.
And
And
the idea is that the last people that will order will get the bread just before Thanksgiving or
mm,
just for Thanksgiving because the boxes are being shipped via USPS. So we're supporting that organization by using their services. And it takes 2 days, but their 2 days is pretty weird. So it takes about 4 days to be shipped. And as you can attest, the bread come still fresh and
uh,
good.
yeah, yeah. Yes, I had lots of experience. I also, I know we're talking about the bread now again, but but I cut some and put it in the toaster. Like, just made a little slice and then put it in the toaster and then put butter on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I took some pictures, so I'm gonna have to post them so everybody can see too all the
Yeah.
different things I did with the bread. So all
Yes.
right, so that's from the 9th to the 19th, correct?
Yes.
Memory
Yes.
Giving campaign. I'm going to put that up there so people can see it. All right, let's see that.
You know, if
Go.
you're interested to know more about the way I think, you can look on for my Facebook, and my Facebook is Shifra parentheses Heart of Baltinester. And today I had a really interesting comparison between relationship and baking,
Mm,
and how you need to treat relationship. In order for a relationship to work successfully, you need to treat it like baking. You cannot, when you bake, you cannot crank the heat for 425 and hope the cake will be good. The cake will not be good.
no.
So it's everything need to come together with the timing, with the attention, and with patience.
So do you find with all of your ingredients, because I know a lot of bakers will say have all of your ingredients at room temperature. Do you do the same?
Um, the ingredients are the ingredients for the bread, other than the eggs, are all anyway room temperature.
Yeah.
And with the egg, no, I'm not. I will take it
Mm,
out of the fridge and
mm,
use it. I'm not waiting for it to be in room temperature.
mm.
I I don't think it's that important for that reason. And I can share with you, Tracy, and
Yeah.
everyone that here, that the goal for this campaign is to get to 180
Uh-huh.
seniors across 50 states. That's
Well,
my dream. I want to get to as many seniors, and my goal is 180. I think it's very doable if each one
yeah.
of us will do one donation.
True. And if we share it with the friends and family that we know are in other states, most
Yes,
definitely. So anyone
exactly.
listening to this too, please forward this opportunity, have some homemade challah bread. And you know, that's a great, I love the analogy of, you know, because you had said too, yeah, relationships aren't instant and then they require time and you've got to come back to them. You know, you've got to, you know, and the bread, I mean, let's talk about how long does it take for you to make you know, the bread?
Bread, from start to finish, um, I would say it's about 3 hours, because you need to put all the ingredients together. You need to let it rise. Then you need to knead it a little bit more, and then braid it,
Yeah.
and then wait it for rise again. And
Mm,
then, so, in the winter, it take much longer because the temperature is colder.
yeah.
So the bread rising slower.
Yeah.
So it take about 3 hours for one batch to go. Um, and each batch is it's a box. So that's the idea. So it's a long process. And I can tell you that I already have more than 20 donation, and more than 20 thank you box will go out this coming
Awesome.
Monday. Yeah.
That's
So,
beautiful. Well,
yes.
mm,
So 160 to go, guys.
all right,
We
you
can
it's,
do it.
we
We
can
can
do
do
it.
it.
We can do it. Let's do it. So, all right, let's wrap this up with reminding everyone what are the details. It's a, oh, I should have put that in there. It's a special $48 donation gets
Yes.
you a bread for you, one for you to bring for bread giving to your neighbor, to a elderly in your community. Maybe there's somebody in your church or your extenuated family, anyone like that. It's just to make that symbolic, you know, breaking of the bread and bread giving with someone to do
Yes.
that. And her goal is 180 seniors over all 50 states. Oh, did you find somebody in Hawaii? I know we have some Hawaii people in our
I did.
community.
I did fine. I don't think I got an order from Hawaii yet, but
Okay. All right.
who
Calling out
knows?
Hawaii and Alaska.
Alaska, I do. I do have
Oh,
from Alaska.
okay. Check off Alaska.
Yeah,
Great. All
Alaska.
right.
I have orders from California, and Florida, and Alaska, and Washington,
Okay.
and but I can't remember the rest.
Right. All right. Well, we still have 160 to go. So
Yes.
let's reach out. Let's in her bread giving campaign, helping to break bread with our elderly in our community and making contact with them for the holidays, but also just to recognize them that they are a part of our community. And
Yes.
any closing statements you'd like to make, Shifra, before we bid adieu?
Um, I can share with you that every time I see a donation, my heart skipping a beat because I'm really honored to see, and I'm really touched to see people that care and see the importance of us making those relationships.
Mhm.
It really every one of the donation really touched my heart, and it make my heart even bigger every time. So every one of you, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for donating. And thank you for getting into the game because we all know seniors are lonely.
Yeah.
And our parents usually will not tell us they're lonely.
Mm.
So don't assume it will skip your family. Basically, we all need to take care of that. It's not someone else's job.
Yeah, very much. We're all in community, and I like to spell
Yes.
community with a capital UNITY, so
Yeah.
that we're all unity, right? All
Yes.
together. So yeah, and if you have the opportunity, because I've seen that on your in your Instagram and on your Facebook, that some people have taken pictures and posted them giving it
Yes.
to their neighbors. So
Right.
should you have that, please share that with Shifra, because I know that makes your heart sing too and
Yes.
skip a beat
Totally.
to see that. So, and just, yeah, to share with others this bread giving campaign and spirit before our Thanksgiving holiday. Well, thank you so much, Shifra, for what you do and how you serve your community locally and at large, encouraging us all to reach out and make contact with those in our neighborhood.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Very good. Well, thank you, everyone. And again, all the details are in the comments in the description. Please help and spread the word, share the post, and
Yes.
have
Please.
stay happy, healthy, positive. Mm.
Healthy, positive, happy Thanksgiving to all of you,
Yes,
and
that's true.
happy bread giving to.
Yes, and bread giving as well. All right. Well, everyone, enjoy the rest of your never before lived day. And thanks again, Shifra.
Thank you, Tracy.
All right. Cheers.
Bye.